Hey, I'm Chris, and this is Grant right here. We're from Underoath, and you're watching LiveTheScene.com. Boom.
So let's not even try your eyes. It's flying up and throwing out the window.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. The thing is Spencer, like, he writes his lyrics, like, they're all really personal.
Yeah.
And, one thing that he has always had a theme of in his lyrics, no matter where he's at in his life, like if he's at a super high point or a super low point, is like, everyone has problems and everyone has things that they go through, but at the end of the day, like, no matter how crappy you think you are or how horrible your problem seems like it is, like, God is always, like, right there, no matter where you're at. Like, if you think that you're at your highest point and you could never be doing any better, God's right there saying, like, well, you can, like, you're wrong. And then if you're at the lowest point in your life and you just think, man, I just, there's just nothing more for me, God's there saying, like, no, like, you're wrong there too. Like, I'm right here. And that's always been really important to me. Like, whenever I read the lyrics that he does for songs, like, that makes me really happy. And, like, I think that theme is also carried over from Define the Great Line. Like, obviously, a lot of Define the Great Line deals with, Spencer and things that he was going through, but there's still there's that hope there, and obviously, he's in a different spot than he was then, doing a lot better, and, we're doing better and whatnot, but just hope and, yeah.
Do you think it was important for, like, Spencer to write, quite personal, and, like, in interviews, admit things? Do you think, kind of could still help other people who are going through it? And
Definitely, yeah.
For sure. Like, I've talked to him, and he's told me that, there's been people that have come up to him and been like, look, like, I didn't, I was going through something, almost exactly the same as you were, and, like, to hear you say that, you admit that you were having a problem, and that, God was there and helped you come out of it, like, that's, I know for a fact that that's helped a ton of people, and, like, I think that that's a really important thing, is to be transparent, and not pretend like we don't have problems, and not pretend like we don't go through rough times, and, just to show that, we're real people, like, we believe in God, and, He has completely changed our lives, but, there's still days where, we have rough ones, so.
Definitely. Do you think, because you do get labelled, like the Christian band, that it was made a bigger deal because of it? Do you know what I mean? Because it's not like the first or last band to have those kind of problems. But
well, I think that if you look at it as composed, us being Christian band opposed to other bands that aren't, like, I think there's definitely a different aspect that comes with that, with beliefs and stuff. But I think that in the end, like, bands in general, like, lyrically, like, you can get a good thing out of anything, if you look for it, and if it's a good message. I mean, it's obviously a little bit different, but at the same time, the overall theme and aspect of it is the same,
Yeah, like there's a lot of people that would say, like, well, how can you guys claim to be a Christian band and, have someone in your band who is dealing with this issue? But the way that I see it is, like, no, like, look, the fact that he was dealing with that and now he's where he's at in his life now, that just shows, like, what God can do. I mean, because we're not perfect people by any means. Like, we screw up all the time, and, we have bad days, but it's like, God's bigger than me, He's bigger than Grant, He's bigger than Spencer, like, and He has our band at a point to where, He's got a plan for us, and, like, just like He has a plan for everyone else. And for me, I think that it's a great testimony to, like, what it is that God can do with just a bunch of, like, random dudes,